I wanted to show you guys a few things that I picked up that are gluten-free. Some of my favorite gluten-free items that I haven't had a chance to show you guys because it's been a long time since I did a grocery haul. But this spaghetti right here, the bowls, it is gluten-free rice spaghetti. And this is the best spaghetti I've had so far. I have a lot of different brands of spaghetti in here. What I have found out is like this corn spaghetti is what's gonna leave you really hungry. It's going to digest like really fast and you're going to be hungry after you eat it. But this rice spaghetti, it gives you the feeling of satiety, and I guess the noodles are a little bit thicker, so they look thicker and it's more satiating. Then I actually found this corn penne pasta from Trader Joe's. This is really good. Now, this is the best corn pasta I've tasted out of like all the pastas I've ever tasted. This one is really impressive and it wasn't that expensive and you get a lot. It has a really good texture. The next thing that I want to show you guys is these gluten-free grits. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I eat grits every day for breakfast. I used to eat the Quaker grits, if you can see them like way back there. But I guess they can't guarantee that they're gluten-free because, you know, it's processed in a facility that has, you know, items with gluten. So these right here are organic, gluten-free. They're so creamy and smooth. That's one thing about white grits is like you have to do a lot to them to make them creamy and smooth and for them to taste good. But you don't have to do that with these. Not only that, you get a lot for one serving. So I usually wind up having half a serving of these grits. Another one of my favorite gluten-free items that I always keep here in the condo is chicken broth. And I only use the Swanson brand. I just now started, you know, getting the organic, but this is one of my favorite items that is gluten-free that I like to keep on hand. So this is an item that I just found a couple months ago at a market, a local market. These egg noodles are by Jovial, and I don't have a lot of dishes that I use egg noodles in, but prior to this, I couldn't find any egg noodles that were gluten-free. These have a really great texture. They taste just like the egg noodles that you can buy from, you know, the regular grocery store. Okay, so when you take them out of the box, they're basically like hand rolled in these little circles, and you just drop them in the water and you let them cook. So this is an item that I generally like to keep here in case I need to make something with egg noodles. These are really, really good. Okay, so on to the next few items that I have that are my top favorite gluten-free items. We have the rice ramen. I enjoy eating this for lunch, usually when I don't really have anything that I want to eat in particular, but I need to eat something that's going to keep me full. I really like this. And I also like to keep some of this organic soba, and this is 100% whole buckwheat pasta. It's about $8 for this container, but it's worth it because in most cases you're gonna find that the buckwheat has been cut with regular wheat, and you're not gonna get 100% buckwheat. This is another item that I like to keep here, is organic gluten-free red quinoa. And if you look down here, I have like my sleepy time tea. I live by this stuff, and it's gluten-free. Not all of the celestial teas are gluten-free. Not all tea is gluten-free. So I like to keep this one here in case I'm having trouble sleeping. And I also have like a few other flavors like this one. This one is good, and it's also gluten-free. And if you look back here, I have black beans, Bush's Best. Their black beans are gluten-free. Well, not just the black beans, but their beans. So you have like the black beans. I have black eyed peas, Great Northern beans. They have a couple different brands that are safe to eat, and they're good. Okay, winding down the list here. I love beans. Beans are usually going to be gluten-free, just like the ones in the cans. And so I have a couple different types of lentils, and I have, you know, like green peas and things like that. These are all items that are safe to eat, and I like to keep them here. A lot of times I will wind up eating this kind of stuff for lunch. All right, coming down to the end of my list here. Some other items that I must have at all times. White corn tortillas. You can get like 200 of these for only like $2 or $3, and they are so good, and you could do a lot with them. So I try to keep some of those here. Trader Joe's does have some good Indian food that is gluten-free, and so I like to keep that just for nights that I don't feel like cooking. I also have yellow rice, and I have jasmine rice. And you know, you would think like, well, a lot of this stuff is already gluten-free naturally, but if it's not if it's processed in a facility that also processes stuff with gluten, then it's not going to be 100% safe for you to eat. For those of you that enjoy snacks, these are really, really good. I'm not huge on eating cookies, so I actually opened these and I ate like 2, and I think my husband has been eating them because I haven't touched them. Okay, so the last little bit of things that I want to show you. A lot of the Ken's dressings are gluten-free, and so I buy these when they're on sale. I've got a bunch of them in the fridge right now, but this is one of my favorites that I like to keep here. I just now started drinking this juice. This is organic cold pressed mango juice, and it's certified gluten-free. It's actually made right here in Florida, down in Miami, and this is the best juice that I've ever had. It's really, really good. I actually had a problem last month because I bought juice that was not gluten-free, and I got sick from drinking it. You know, it wasn't 100% juice, it was only 10%, and you know, who knows what, you know, the other 90% was, but I actually had to go out of my way to find some juice that was safe to drink. I also really like this Simply Orange. Their juice is good. And then we have Chobani yogurt. I always keep this yogurt around. Another one of my favorite gluten-free items. And I also like to keep around the red wine vinegar. I use this for a lot of cooking. I also use it in my salads. And right on the back, it says gluten-free somewhere right on the back. So yeah, it says it right there. And lastly, I don't need to show you guys all of my bread products, but I love Udi's products. Almost everything that Udi's makes I like, and it tastes good. I really like their French baguettes, and I like their regular bread also, like the sliced bread. So that's a few things. So that's pretty much like my staple gluten-free items that I wanted to share with you guys. I haven't done a gluten-free haul in a while, a grocery haul, but I pretty much have come to buy the same things all the time. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good week, and I will talk to you all later.